Hey, this is Miragloff, and this is the Tamriel Reconstruction Project, another rough draft. I believe it's a rough draft. It's definitely not the finished product in which we'll begin building on. Right now, Mr. Tankjump, our admin, is working on biome generation for the several areas, and I will leave a link to the dynamic map in the comment, or not the comment, the video description below. And still there isn't anything like trees generated. Mostly it has to do with different kinds of blocks such as desert, swamp. This is, we're in the Black Marsh right now. And the only thing that's really different about it than previously is that it has more of a swamp color grass. These trees I added myself. As you can see in my hotbar, I have the tools to make those. I was just taking a look at what kind of trees would look better in the Black Marsh, and right away it's pretty easy to tell that the jungle trees look better, although it might be good to have a mix of regular ones in there as well. Let's take a look at that real quick. Oh, yeah, this has been happening. I don't know why. Sometimes they disappear. I don't know if it's a bug. It is a bug, but I don't know what kind of bug it is, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, so this is just sort of what I've done here in the Black Marsh. Just playing around, and then I'm going to go check out elsewhere next. Just let me pop up the dynamic map quickly. Go this way. So here is an example of the changes. Essentially how Mr. Tankjump altered the height map before generating this world is he used some sort of tool which was created by someone who I know as Sam P. Uh, and basically how Mr. Tankjump made the distinction between biomes, at least as far as the grass color so far, and what block types, is using some kind of sort of like a height map, but he basically paints it on in like a GIMP image, and then when the map's being generated, it generates the different blocks depending on what color he used. That's the extent of my knowledge regarding that. Also, I we won't be calling, at least I won't, and I doubt anyone else will be calling this map or server TESFAN, as I learned that there is also another Elder Scrolls related forum called TESFAN as opposed to BGSF, and so we agreed it's probably not a good idea to be calling anything within our community related to Elder Scrolls by that name to avoid confusion. And here is elsewhere, and these are the deserts. So apparently elsewhere has deserts. It's a little bit confusing to me since, to my knowledge, Valenwood next to it is supposed to be very jungly, and as well as Black Marsh being not far away being very swampy, so I don't really understand the radical changes in geography as far as lore related to the Elder Scrolls, but they do. But that's okay, that's pretty, for variety's sake, I suppose. Also, it's not that big of a extreme change either, considering how Minecraft normal generation works. But pretty much most of elsewhere is desert like this. But I am going to teleport to Elrond. I think he's on Solstheim right now. Yeah, some biomes are snowy, as per the thing that Mr. Tank Jump did, as opposed to everything just being the same kind of neonish green grass block. I want to find my way to Morrowind because it has a different block type. I'm not really sure what direction I'm going in. I'm trying to use the dynamic map to navigate, although currently in the place I am, it hasn't all been rendered yet. Is the map this rough draft hasn't been up for very long, but I don't think I'm going the right way. I could teleport to Mr. Tank Jump. And where am I now? I believe I need to go this way. There we go. Now, for Morrowind, there's some of it is ashlands, and there isn't really any block in Minecraft that directly could represent the ashland terrain, so the closest we're figuring could match it is mycelium from the mushroom biomes. And I suppose on your perspective that could either be pretty close or somewhat, well, not somewhat, but completely opposite. I think it's fine, considering we don't have much to work with as far as Minecraft color palette goes. I suppose some people would argue that it would be better just to use sand or sandstone, but that's not quite right. So Ashland isn't desert, it's just sort of ashy. And I'm gonna head towards Red Mountain. Not sure what this is right here. Some sort of river? It can't be the Odai. Well, we'll follow it nonetheless. I wonder if it's supposed to be... Yeah, I forget what it's called, but the Volcano Canyon, where the volcano flows are in Morrowind. I think it is. It's probably a problem based on the way that the ocean levels are generated. Yeah, that's definitely not supposed to be a river. Because I'm pretty sure this is the Red Mountain here. Yep, here we go. So this is the Red Mountain of Vardenfell. Oops, I'm in lava. Pretty cool, if you ask me. So I'm going to figure out where else to take a look at. Here's just a look at the Morrowind terrain, or Vardenfell terrain. With better weather. And I'm heading west towards Skyrim and some of the more mountainy areas to give an example of the terrain that's generated there. Oh, there's Elrond, I believe. We'll just pop by and say hello. He's got a pirate skin there. But we're gonna head over west to Skyrim area. Here's just a quick example of some of the hills and mountains that are generated using Sam P's generation tool that he made. And there's some of the most awesome looking mountains I've ever seen. In fact, I'm going to TP to Tank to take a look at the throat of the world. Simply because I was there before, and it was pretty epic. Previously, it had some minor bugs, but I believe that was height map related. Because now we're using a height map that's one solid piece as opposed to some that were quickly sort of patched together from various parts of game height maps, I believe. I'm not sure where Mr. Tank Jump's getting the height maps. I think that's High Hrothgar right here. I guess we'll just take a look at Throat of the World in Minecraft here. Or maybe this is High Hrothgar right there. Not sure. The scale's not particularly exact as far as Minecraft versus Skyrim goes. But Tank says that they're as lore accurate as he could possibly get them to be. I mean the scale, that is. Yeah, but this is pretty cool, pretty epic. And let's check where I am real quick. I will go towards the Tamriel Mountains, because they're also pretty cool, and it looks as though there might be snow there, and I want to demonstrate the terrain aspect. So I'm reaching the portions of the Tamriel Mountains that have been snowed on a little bit so far. Snow, at least in this iteration, hasn't been automatically generated as the map was being generated. So for their snow to be on the surface in the areas that it's meant to be, someone has to pretty much idle in that area for the snow to be generated there. Or not be generated, but the snow to collect. And I thought, to be honest, I thought there was more in this. When I was looking at the Dyn map, it looked like there was much more snow, but it appears as though I'm wrong. Anyways, that's pretty much the most up-to-date on the Tamerial Recreation Project. I don't believe this is the final draft of the Tamriel continent being generated. I'm not positive, but what I do know as so far is that Sam P is working on other kind of tools for us to use in building this. At least that's what I understand from what Tank told me. And thanks for watching. I'll definitely be making more updates on this as further progress is made, as certainly as well as when we begin to build structures. And goodbye.